Good morning students. Now in this session we will study about the process of respiration. In the last session we have completed about the digestive system. In that we have seen the human is having the complete digestive system. Now the next topic of the life processes is respiration. Now respiration in the simple terms, it is defined as the process by which food is burnt in the cells of the body with the help of oxygen to release energy. It takes place mainly in the mitochondria of the cell. The energy released during respiration is used to make ATP molecules. The full form of ATP is adenosine triphosphate from ADP, that is adenosine diphosphate, and inorganic phosphate. Means whenever the ADP, this you can see here adenosine diphosphate, whenever the phosphate it is added in the presence of the energy that is liberated from respiration, it forms ATP. Energy it is stored in the cells in the form of ATP molecules. When cells need energy, ATP here it is broken down in the presence of water. From ADP and energy it is released. So this is the two equation how the ATP it is formed and how the particular ATP it is broken down. Now there are two types of respiration are there, mainly aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Now first, that is aerobic respiration, it takes place in the presence of oxygen, means oxygen it is must for this process. It produces more energy. The end products of this aerobic respiration are carbon dioxide, that is CO2, water and energy. It takes place in most organisms. In anaerobic respiration, glucose it is converted into pyruvate in cytoplasm in presence of oxygen, and then in presence of oxygen, pyruvate is converted into carbon dioxide, water and energy in the mitochondria. You can see in this equation, first of all glucose in the presence of oxygen, that is inside the cytoplasm of the cell. Now cytoplasm you are knowing it is a fluid part of the cell. So there what happens, glucose it is converted into pyruvate. Then the pyruvate again in the presence of oxygen in mitochondria it is converted into CO2, H2O and energy it is liberated. So in the aerobic respiration more amount of energy it is liberated as compared to the anaerobic respiration. Now what is anaerobic respiration? It takes place in the absence of oxygen. Here in the aerobic we have seen that it takes place in the presence of oxygen. It produces less energy. The end products are lactic acid or ethanol, carbon dioxide and energy. It takes place in muscle cells and the yeast. In anaerobic respiration in muscle cells, glucose is converted into pyruvate, and in the absence of oxygen, pyruvate is converted into lactic acid and energy. Glucose in the presence of oxygen, here you can see that is in cytoplasm, first it is converted into pyruvate, then this pyruvate in the absence of oxygen in muscle cells it is converted into lactic acid plus energy. In anaerobic respiration in yeast, glucose it is converted into pyruvate, and in the absence of oxygen, pyruvate is converted into ethanol, carbon dioxide and energy. This process is called fermentation. Here in the equation it is mentioned that is in the presence of oxygen first it is converted into pyruvate, then in the absence of oxygen how the ethanol and carbon dioxide and energy is formed. Now here in the particular second slide you can see the simplest pathway, that what is formed in the presence of oxygen and what is formed in the absence of oxygen. Now in the presence of oxygen we have seen that pyruvate in the presence of oxygen it is converted into CO2, H2O and energy, whereas in the absence of oxygen in muscle cells. Now when this lactic acid it is formed, whenever one does the vigorous exercise, during that time what happens, muscles they need continuous oxygen. So whenever the oxygen it is deficient in the particular body, this muscle cells they respire anaerobically and finally lactic acid is formed in the muscle. Due to that we are experiencing pain and swelling in the muscles. So due to the formation and accumulation of lactic acid we can have the pain like symptoms and swelling, and this happens in case of muscle cells. Whereas in the absence of oxygen in yeast, what are the byproducts that are formed? That is ethanol, CO2 and energy. Here this equation can be also known as fermentation reaction. Now respiration in humans, we have seen the two types of respiration. Now this is the respiratory whole particular system. It is shown that how in human beings respiration it is occurring. So here students, you can see in the figure, first there is a nose, then the nasal cavity is there, then after the nasal cavity the pharynx is there, then larynx, then the trachea, then trachea it is going inside both the lungs and it is branching out into the different particular branches inside the lung. This is the particular right lung and this is the left lung. So here it is branches, they are labeled. This is known as right bronchus. Whenever trachea goes inside the lung, right lung, then first of all it will branch out into the right bronchus. Then here whenever it goes in the left lung, it will branch out into the left bronchus. Then further many particular branches are formed and these are known as the bronchioles. That is primary bronchioles, secondary bronchioles, tertiary bronchioles, and finally inside the particular lungs, and finally it goes to the diaphragm. So we will see one by one how this pathway goes on. That is how respiration occurs in human beings. Now here, whenever the air enters through the nostrils, the hair and mucus traps the dust particles. It then passes through the pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi and enters the lungs. The trachea has rings of cartilage which prevents it from collapsing when there is no air in the trachea. The bronchi divides into smaller tube-like structure called bronchioles, which ends in the tiny hair sacs called alveoli. The alveoli is supplied with blood vessels through which exchange of gases takes place. The alveoli also help to increase the surface area for the exchange of gases. So here you can see the spherical structure is there, that is the smallest branch of the lung, which is known as alveoli. And here you can see that many branches are shown, that is primary, broncho, secondary, tertiary, then finally they will end into the small branch like structure. They are known as alveoli, and through this alveoli the exchange of gases is occurring. Now mechanism of breathing. You have to remember 2 points in mechanism of breathing. First is inhalation and second is exhalation. Now students, you might have studied in the earlier standard that what is inhalation and what is exhalation. Whenever we are breathing in, then that process is known as inhalation, and whenever we are exhaling, that is we are breathing out, that is known as exhalation. So whenever we are breathing in, what happens? The muscles of the diaphragm. Now what is this diaphragm? Diaphragm, it is a dome shaped like sheet of muscle is there, and it plays a very important role in the respiration. So whenever the air goes inside, the muscles of the diaphragm contracts and they move downwards. Here in the figure it is shown, this is the particular dark brown color diaphragm it is shown. Whenever it contracts, what happens? It is going downwards and the chest cavity is there, that is expanding, and in that case air enters inside the lungs. Whereas the opposite case is in the exhalation process, that is whenever we are breathing out, the muscles of the diaphragm, what happens? Relaxes and it moves upwards and it goes in the original position, and the chest cavity contracts, and in that case the air goes out of the lungs. So this is the two process, that is inhalation and exhalation. Here also in the activity it is shown, that is we can show this activity with the help of the balloon also. This is the expiration and this is the inspiration. In case of inspiration, the balloon gets inflated, and in expiration, whatever these balloons are there, they are releasing the air. So this is how the mechanism of breathing takes place. I hope students this topic is clear to you all. If you have any doubt, just mention and just contact in the Octopod session. Thank you.